Welcome to the hit list, episode 12. TB, the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Fine.
What do you mean? What do you
like JoJo White? I think he was 12.
JoJo? Okay, all right.
Do we have to give TB everything?
That's a deep cut compared to Tom Brady.
And it's a green themed day.
Yes, green theme. We're gonna show some holiday themed cards. We're gonna do that in a little bit. First, we're joined by Matt from Providence, aka the People's Dealer.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So
someone else, I didn't give it to myself. Someone else gave it to me.
Yeah,
it's official now. There's no takebacks.
The People's Dealer.
Theo's a big name in the. I like that Theo. You know, I always speak highly of him. Always.
You're wearing your Clemente hoodie today too. I don't know.
Did you notice that?
Was intentional.
Did you notice that? The People's Dealer, whatever the people want.
Matt was a guest on the For Collectors channel. It's funny because you were, for months, you railed about the fact that Theo wouldn't invite you on his channel.
Right.
He still hasn't.
You know what? Guy's all right, though. Guy's all right.
Matt was on, it aired on Thanksgiving night. Just a great interview with Theo. Awesome conversation. You guys touched on a lot of different topics. The hobby, the way that you collect, the way that how you kind of being a dealer, how it impacts how you collect, and you got into some personal stuff. I know that.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I didn't know that was going to happen.
At least one of our friends said that they cried or they got teary eyed. So it was.
Who said that?
Well, I think he wrote it in the comment. It was Dan. Dan got a little emotional.
Did he? That was nice. I'll have to read it. I must have missed the comment. I'm not even kidding you.
You know, I knew that story. I know.
By the way, speaking of a guy that should have me back on this channel, it's been a year.
Oh boy,
it's been a year.
So Dan is your new target. Okay.
Well, I mean, what the heck? Go ahead.
That was, that it takes a lot. It's to put yourself out there and being willing to talk about that kind of stuff. Obviously, I've talked about my health stuff, and so I don't. Folks want to watch it. We don't have to harp on it here, but
go back and hear about it again.
Yeah, go back and watch that, and he talks about his health journey, and it's good stuff. So we're happy you're here. Happy I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy we're both
baseball
here.
Cards.
Baseball, yeah. Let's talk about some baseball.
Shill bidding, baseball cards.
That's what we want to talk about. So let's we'll get into pickups in a second. I want to start by talking about you've had two shows that you were set up as a dealer at since our last show, and you went to one other show on Sunday, or you went to two other shows. What was the other one?
Oh, one maybe. You're right. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you were at the Northeast Sports Card Expo in Quincy. That was the weekend before last. Yep. Big show. I was there on Sunday, and what's what? I
was in a small room. I didn't know it was a big.
You were okay. So we had joked about that Matt was going to be. I'm surprised you didn't put small room guy in your.
I'm not a small room guy, Jake. That's why
you were that weekend. So. So I don't know how much you want to get into it.
I'll get into everything. What do you mean?
I'll just say it. Like you were not in the best location.
Could it have been the worst?
I don't know.
If there was a top 5 worst, would it qualify for top 5?
Yeah. It was one of it was just you were in the room off of there's a main room, there's a hallway and where people are set up, and then there was a small room. Matt was in the small room, and he was in the back corner. They put Matty in the corner, and so I don't know.
Boy, did they!
I'll defend you, but you go. You talk about it.
All right, so a guy who had a table didn't want to do the show. He wanted me to take his table. I wasn't even sure I wanted it, but I took it. I'm glad I took it, but I mean, brutal, just brutal. If I ever start a show, I want the best dealers at my show. The best dealers that are available to me that want to do my show, I want them at my show. Mm-hmm. Some people don't feel that way. Some people, they just, in line, you showed up, you've been there the longest. Everybody does different. I'm a loyal guy too, don't get me wrong, but there's some guys that are newer, and then there's other guys that aren't in. And but I mean, the show is a killer. That show is from when I decided to go for a walk, I realized there was another room, very big, a lot of people. So I went there. Yeah, it was a really good show for other people, I would imagine. It was very busy. It wasn't great for me. It was, I don't know. It was fine. Whatever. I mean,
you're a, you know, you have a lot of inventory. You have a lot of cards.
well, that's the like I normally have 4 tables. I had to cut down 4 tables into one. Doesn't matter.
Sorry,
not gonna be great.
And it was really stacked up. You did the best with the space that you had.
Well, that's the thing too, Jake, is I love showing everything available that goes in showcases, right? Spreading it out, showing you the price, showing you the grade. Like some dealers, they'll cover the grade, no price, cover this, that, the other. I show you the grade and the price up front, grade and the price up front. And I just more stack and try to put all those cards in. It was awful. It was awful.
Yeah.
I probably would have done better if I just brought way less cards and just put out a few cards, so you could see them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess it's something to think about if you get kind of stuck in that situation.
Well, hopefully, I don't get in that situation anymore.
Yeah. I thought it was a good show. I didn't, and I did a whole video already, and I'll show the pickups I made again. I didn't buy anything until right before I walked out the door, and I only bought 3 things, and they were all from you.
Right.
And you gave
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
I'm all about, I get it, loyalty to your dealers. But if some of your dealers stink, I can't be loyal to stink. Like you got to if you want to, maybe I go over to, hey, strive to be better, maybe newer showcases, better cards, something, right? I don't know. But anyways, I mean, it's one of the better shows. I'd like to be in it. What can I say?
Well, it was your first time actually having your own table at that particular show. Right. Because other times you've done that show, you had to share.
Still subleasing.
So yeah. Okay.
Tough spot. I was in a tough spot. Yeah. I had some wax on one side of me. Yeah. And I might have had pokey repacks next to me or something.
You did. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Pokey repacks. It was a tough spot.
Tough draw. Well, let's.
All right, you want to bring up that pickup I had, and then we can put that show behind us? Because I'd love to put that show behind us.
All right, fine. I'll show. So I'm just going to show your...
Oh, you grabbed it. Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to show your IG. We'll go through a couple of things. Let me... All right. So can you see this? Hold on one second. I don't know if you can really see it, but... So this is... Just quickly, you picked up a Clemente rookie.
Yeah.
That's nice. Theo will like that. He's right there. It says finally have a great card in your PC, but I don't know if
there he is.
I don't know if that was a PC pickup, but
no, not a PC pickup. But
do you still have it? Do you still have it?
It's actually in inventory. There's actually now that we're doing this, I forgot to grab cards that I picked up at that show.
Okay.
So yeah, I picked up. So at that show, while we're showing it, I picked up a 56 Jackie, a 56 Sandy Koufax, a few other 56s, a 55 Jackie.
Well, let's talk about this. So this is one of the more unique pickups that I've seen anybody have recently. And
rub it in.
And well, but you talked about this with this particular thing with Theo a little bit about the challenges of when you pick up something really unique and interesting. Do you keep it or not? So just explain what this is, and then we'll talk about it.
So what it is a postcard from 1915. From what I understand, the gentleman who I eventually sold this to did more research, and you could take a picture and make it into a postcard back then. I'm surprised by that, but that's what he said. So that's a picture of, I forget the player now. I'm sorry, but Francis we met has the postcard made, I assume. It's a postcard of his friend, and he sends it to another friend and how they need to get together and play. That friend that's putting right there goes on to win that year's U.S. Open. Okay?
And try to look it up just so that, keep talking.
Yeah, as far as I know. So we met, fills it out, writes the letter, signs the back in 1915 because it was mailed out of Boston in 1915 with the postmark. Pretty unique piece.
Jerry Travers, does that sound
Jerry
right?
Travers, yep, Jerry Travers. He won the U.S. Open that year, 1915. I don't think we met won anything that year. I know we met won his big one in 13.
Yes.
Totally should not have sold this piece. Huge mistake. The further we get from it and the more times it gets brought up, the more seller's remorse I have on it. I don't even know that it's worth more than I paid or less than I paid but I just want it back. But the guy who bought it, he's a real serious collector. He's a golf collector. I reached out to him right away on IG, and he happened to be at the show. I knew he'd be at the show because I knew he was helping out Paul Borges that day. So he came right over and he bought it right away. He made a couple offers, and then we finally settled on a number. I don't want the money. He can have it back. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I say it in jest. What are you gonna? I can't hold on to everything. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I can't hold on to everything. I think I'm probably always going to regret this one.
And again, just in case people don't know, like the story, like Francis We Met, they made a movie. Shia LaBeouf played him, like it was the greatest game ever, or whatever it was called.
Greatest game ever played.
Greatest game ever played. 1913. He like U.S. Open champion. He's a kid, like maybe he was like 20 at that point. Like his father was like a groundskeeper at the course in Brookline, I think, or something like that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And
well,
then
he lived across the street.
He lived across
I don't know if
the
his
street.
father was a greenskeeper. I really don't know that part.
I don't.
He lived like across the street. And like it's all, not only is it a huge story for the world, but it's a Boston story.
Exactly.
So for us, it's even bigger. I should not have sold this thing. All right,
well,
let's move on.
Let's move on.
No, what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you do. All right. I see a nice stand here. You said picking up like stands like crazy. I had sold you one of these.
Yeah,
but not this.
I think that's older though, isn't it? Is that newer?
It's the same year as the one that I had bought from you that I sold.
Oh, I'm talking about when I picked it up. I think that's.
I don't know. It says Northeast Sports Card Expo.
Oh, then you're right, and I'm wrong. Sorry.
Jeez. Listen.
No shot there.
Some Clemente, 68, Willie, and the
that's a PSA 7 in the middle there.
Pretty nice. All right. So then I don't know if I see any other, like there's a picture of you here, but I can't tell what that is.
It's that Mookie Betts rookie card. That's just the show pose.
Oh, okay.
The show Doug was going around with the to do poses for the IG, for their IG.
Okay. So that's that. So I'm gonna share now my some of my pickups. And these are the three that I got from Matt at the Northeast Sports Card Expo. I said what the deal was in the episode. You gave me an absurd deal on this. Like I don't know how you make money, but that's
imagine what those other guys are making, buddy. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Imagine what those other guys are making.
I'm probably gonna grade the Dobie. The Spawn's not worth grading, and the Cal I already have it up in my cabinet. So I love that.
That's a good looking, whatever it is, 2 Mark, whatever it is. It's
an MC. Card. And the MC's on the back. Like the back is offset.
The back's miscut. I love those. That's the best.
Amazing. And then my 2 wins from CIA auctions. The George Keneally. George Keneally was I just wanted a card from this set. It's an amazing set because I am collecting the Diamond Star set, and it's. He was from Boston. He's a Boston guy. He was like the first captain in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, cool.
He went to Revere, he was a teacher at Revere High School for a long time, football coach there. And then the 71 greatest moments he has, you just don't see these very often. That was the card when I saw it in the auction. I'm like, that's the one that I want. Nice. So was really happy with that. So that's kind of all I've had recently in terms of new pickups that are here. I showed you the other day a card that I bought on eBay that I was really happy with. It's going through authentication now. It'll come in sometime in 2026. And then I have some other stuff that's coming too. There's some auctions happening this week that I'm keeping an eye on. All right. So a few things. Actually, let's talk about this thing that you wanted to talk about first before we get into some of the new stuff. The sort of paring down of the PC, of your PC.
Yeah,
so explain kind of what
the
situation is.
I just keep getting a lot of cards, and I just keep wanting to downsize, and I'm having a hard time deciding what to get rid of. And like, there's some cards that aren't that rare that I just want to keep, but they're also very expensive. So it's like a weird balance that I'm trying to find. Like, so like I have a 57 Topps Mickey Mantle. I think it's a PSA 4. This thing is dead nuts centered. And if you know that set, tough set for centering. And especially with the border the way it is, the whole bit. And like, it's an expensive card, and I love that card, but I don't need to have that card. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah. I ran into this big time, more like about a year ago. where you just have a hard time deciding like what to keep. Like you don't have unlimited space. The cards are currency. You know, you use them as money to get other stuff that you want or rare things, or
Sure.
you know, I have focused more on just what is something that I like, and it's hard because like you like everything. You know, there's nothing to not like. And so yeah, I had this experience recently too, where it's like I would love to consolidate. There are some bigger cards I would love to consolidate into. We've talked a little bit about you and I sort of privately about some cards that I've had my eye on that are big ones, and it's like I've gotten to the point now where it is really, really hard to part with stuff that that at this point I feel like I've pared enough stuff down. And you know, we were talking a little bit before you watched my video with of my top 50 collection pieces and stuff, like, and I outright said there's a few things in there that I would sell, that I would move if the right thing came up, but I wouldn't like it. And it would have to be something that I just wouldn't want to get rid of. But for me, I always go back to, what am I not going to see again? What am I like in terms of, you know, if stuff that I have now. You were talking, because in the thumbnail for the video, I put in my 15 Cracker Jack Smokey Joe. And that is just a card that I don't know how many times I'm going to see one that I can afford, that you know, would be not in like a crazy auction, something that was just right in front of me. And I got so lucky on that one. So that's one that it's like, okay, like I sold like 5 cards to be able to buy that one. And it was stuff that I didn't like giving up that stuff that I gave up. There was 5 cards. There was a couple of them were Hall of Fame rookies. Shout out to Brian Roth, who made that deal happen. And it's hard. Like any trade, any deal, any sale, it's gonna probably hurt a little bit. But on the other side, if you're getting something that you know, like either it's like I'm not gonna see this again, or the price is too good to pass up. You know, I bought that Wagner card at Shriners because I feel like at a certain point here in the next year, a couple of years or so, if I want to have a Playing Days Honest Wagner card in my collection, that's not like a I don't know, like a game card, game card, which I have nothing against those cards. They're not the same as the cards that people pulled out of packs of
not for 1 second or whatever.
No. So I just thought that was my opportunity to get one at a price point that I thought was good, and that in a year, a couple of years, whatever, might be completely out of reach. So that's the only thing I would say. The advice I guess I would give is just like, think about if the thing is in front of you that you want, that you don't think you're going to see again, go for that. And the other stuff, you could get it back again if you want it later, a 57 mantle or something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
I also watched what's it called? The Odd Couple with Tony and Mike Petty.
Yes.
Which great pairing, great show.
The best.
And so they were talking about, Tony brought up, are you a collector or a curator? And so I think I came in, when I really came in strong and as a collector into the hobby, you know, 5 years ago, whatever, with like a kid's eye, like, because that was the last time I really put a lot of effort into it. And so I just got every card I wanted, like I ever saw that I could. And now, like, I have them all. It's like, all right, did it. Now, like, now I want to like curate a proper collection, if that makes sense. Still tough to let go of those cards.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you 100%. I feel like at this point, yeah, I'm more of a curator. It was the same thing. I came in and I was like a bull in a china shop, just boom, boom, boom. I want to get this. And, you know, if I went to a card show, I was looking for a card. And if that card was there, I would buy that card regardless of kind of like what the condition was. And then it's like 3-4 weeks or a couple months or whatever later, I look at it and I'm like, why did I buy this? And then probably some of those cards ended up in your showcase at different times.
Could be.
Yeah, It's fun. It's and I enjoy the curation aspect of it now for sure.
Yeah.
And
the problem is the curation takes time.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
it's
not as exciting until it is.
Yeah. It's sort of more adulting than being the kid, right?
Yeah. I suppose. I suppose. So I have show pickups. We didn't get to that yet.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Show pickups.
Yeah.
I went to the local. I went to the Solomon Pond Mall show. One day, and I picked up just some bargain box stuff, really, some raw stuff. What do you call? What's this card called? The Champs. Yep.
67. Good card.
Aaron.
Hank.
62 Yogi. 62 Spawn. 58 Duke. 58 Elston Howard. This one's really nice.
That is very nice. Yeah. Underrated.
You have to do the year for me on this one.
77.
Thank you. I'm not good with the 70s. 79 Ozzy. I got that one.
We know that. Yeah.
Same one.
79. Yeah. Last
78.
No, 77.
Yeah. The Catch. 59.
Yeah. 59. 72.
Thank you. And a 78 Eddie Murray.
Nice.
Got that one right. What else did I get that day? And then I picked up one single slab that day, a 61 Maze.
Nice.
This come in the mail. 57 Williams.
Beautiful.
SGC2. Nice SGC2. This was a PC pickup from this past Black Friday show in Mansfield. I got this in a trade.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I hadn't had one of those, so now I got one. Montana rookie. This. I don't know where I got this. So Mike Vrabel autograph, I imagine, will not last 2 hours at the next show, I imagine.
Probably
not. We got a Shohei PSA 9 rookie. The last two are cool. This is, I don't know what year it is. Upper Deck Star Signings Derek Jeter.
Oh, wow.
Beckett Raw authentication. Really nice auto. Yeah, really nice. Good looking card. Not seeing a number. But yeah, nice card. 2007. Upper Deck. And then the last one, pretty cool for us. Pre-rookie Mookie Betts Panini auto. PSA 10.
Wow. That is super cool. Yeah.
Super cool, right? This won't last too long in the showcase.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it. Not a lot, but some cool stuff. The Jeter auto is really, really nice. It's a sticker, but it's a really, really nice autograph. I wish it was on card. It might have gone into the PC as a Jeter auto.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
That is I feel like you don't see that too often. That's pretty cool. It was funny on Sunday, the day of that show, you texted me and you were like, there was not a T206 or a Gaudy in the whole building. And I was like, darn.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad
it was a tough walk for me.
I'm kind of glad. I mean, I maybe would have met up with you, but it was funny. I told you this on Sunday. We were at Shriners, and there was, there's tons of events that happen there all throughout the year, circus and different things. Sure. And there was a big holiday arts and crafts fair. So it was just funny to walk in there because I've never been in there when there wasn't a card show going on. It was just like, this is very different.
How depressing.
Very different. Well, it was fine. Very different vibe.
A different show I went to.
Different mixture of attendees, let's just say.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That show I went to, that Solomon Pond Mall show I went to, I did have a negative experience with a dealer.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, so the guy had, this is pretty cool. This part is pretty cool. So the guy had, let's say, 5 Mickey Mantles SGC graded. Mm-hmm. Which were out of place where they were, the showcase they were in and everything. So the guy was 45, and his daughter was with them, and we'll call her 12 to 14. Mm-hmm. Never seen him before as a dealer locally. So he's not like a dealer. He just, picked up a mall show, trying something new, I'm sure. Had some cards to sell, I imagine. I've never seen him before. Seemed like a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
So there's a repacker standing next to me when I'm looking at these cards. And he had just bought for me 2 weeks earlier.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of this kid. But his money was green. His money was green. So that's fine. But I'm not a fan. And since I don't have any more stuff to sell him right now, I really don't care. So he literally, I swear to you, he went to, and I went, can I just see all those mantles right there? Because I knew what he was going to do. Can I see all those mantles right there? And the kid was, he was pissed. He was pissed. So I grabbed those. He opened the thing. I just gave him the old scoop. Right. And then he like looks around. And I just hear him go, forget it. Because he knew what was up. Like there was no shot. If I couldn't buy him, there's no way he was going to buy him. Right. Like this wasn't going to happen. And they weren't going to you, buddy. They just weren't going to you. There's no shot. No shot. So now, no price tags. What do you got on this? So he's got a trimmed 53 tops mantle. Nice. Yeah. But trimmed like not just a little, not like the top, the bottom, the left, the right, like the borders, the left and right borders off.
Yeah.
Okay. So really oddly trimmed and like not even straight, like bad.
Yeah.
So, but it's a pretty card. And if the price is right, someone will buy it at the right price too. Like it'll fit someone's collection at that price.
Yeah.
So 2,500. It's like 16, 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably like a 1,500 for that. Yeah.
So I'm like, woof. I'm like, all right, well, that's a 53 tops. That's different from what the rest of the cards were. It was, 68, 69, 65 maybe. And they were like, 4s, 5s, and 6s. Like nice, cool. All SGC. And so I just went right to VCP in front of them. And so I was just like, this card sells for 450. This card sells for 5. This card sells for 7. What will you sell them for? I said, before I make an offer, will you sell them to me any number under what they sell, under comps? He said, yeah. And I said, okay. And then we went through the numbers again. And then I said, so what do you think? And he added up the total and then added about 20%. I was like, what just happened? Like, what just happened? So I said, no. I said, they're worth, I forget, $4,000. They're worth $4,000. Actually, this is good. They're worth $4,000. What can I pay? Can I pay $4,000? And he said, no, I'm trying to be at 45. And I just stacked them back up, and I was hoping that repacker would come back over so I could witness him handle that situation, because I bet he handled it better than me. But oh my God. And so the guy's not in business as a dealer, or he's just getting started, or he's learning, but all of it was backwards and wrong. So we started off with, yes, I will sell to you at a fair number. And then we got to the number, and apparently fair isn't fair anymore. But that sucked. So the guy next to him had the 61 maze, which was 12 inches away. So I just stepped to my right, and I said, what do you got in that maze? It's about an $80 card. And he went, make me an offer. And I said, I'll give you $60. And he said, great, deal.
It's amazing.
I looked at the other guy, and I went, you see that? And then, not to be a jerk, but all of my money was in one thing.
Yeah.
So now I pulled out my money, which, just so you know, would have covered the $4,500 this guy wanted. So now at least he knew in that moment I wasn't a joker. Like, and I'm never gonna flaunt my money. I don't want to get robbed. So, but like, just so you know, buddy, like I really was gonna buy those cards. Like, this could be yours. And all right, he doesn't want it. That's fine too. But like, I don't know how you can try to sell a card for more than what it's worth. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
There's just no world where a $500 card is a $700 card. There's no centering. That's not going to be centered enough. It couldn't have enough centering. It just couldn't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
It's just not there. It's just not there.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that experienced dealers do that, right? Not even guys like that, who's probably a great guy, and he's probably going to be a great dealer in 6 months. He's probably going to figure it all out. He's probably going to watch this and hate me, but learn a lesson.
That's what we want, right?
But yeah, like, guess what? Like, that kid that sold me this card, you know what he wanted to do at that show? He wanted to sell his fucking cards. You wouldn't believe it. And you know what he knew? He knew if it's an $80 card, he couldn't get more than $80. He knew it. In fact, he knew, because he heard this conversation, he wasn't even going to get 80. Because I'm trying to pay I offered the guy 5% was my first thing. Because I knew he wasn't. I just knew he wasn't.
Well, yeah, I feel like maybe your first red flag should have been that he didn't have those cards priced. I mean,
he didn't have any cards priced, though. It wasn't just those.
Yeah, but still, then that's. But I'm not saying, like, whatever. It's
What is the back sticker for when you put the price in the back of the card? Is that like to keep it a mystery from the customer, but then like you don't have to check later? Like what is that about? Because at least you put the effort in, but that's still douchey.
I don't listen. It's certainly not my favorite practice at all.
All right. Well, that was that.
Putting this
great show. Back of the highly recommend. Very busy. 119 tables. Free. Wow. Yeah. I met Cedric Maxwell. Nice guy. I didn't try to.
Cornbread.
Is that okay to say?
Cornbread?
Yeah.
That's his nickname. I swear to God, it's his nickname. That's his nickname.
I don't know. Very nice man. Very nice man. I don't know those kind of nicknames, Jake. But
that's his nickname. That's what they call him. They call him it on the radio.
Do they?
Yes.
All right. I don't. I told him what a big fan I was of him on the radio too.
He's the man. Love him.
Nice guy, really friendly. I know I didn't know anything about him, but I assumed he wasn't going to be friendly because he hated birds. So naturally, I'm like, oh, God must be a jerk, right? But he's a great guy. Dude, that was 40 years ago. Yeah, she's over it.
Yeah,
nice guy.
They got their rings, or at least.
Well, he got one with somebody else, right? Oh, he got one there and somewhere else.
I thought that they got. Was he on 81 and 84?
81,
and then 81 definitely. I don't know if I thought he was on 84, but they traded him for. They traded him for Walton? Yeah. But that was it. So that was, I think he was there in 81 and 84. I don't know.
Okay.
But
I bet you're right. I bet I'm wrong.
That was, well, that's cool. He's
nice guy. We chatted down we were walking for a little while and chatting. Nice guy. He was walking with Doug Keaton. Nice guy.
Oh, cool.
They were waiting the autographs.
Yeah. Boy, Doug, he gets great auto guests at his shows. Oh, yeah. He's got connections going way back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he gets great.
He knows Matt from Providence. What's better than that?
There you go. Exactly. All right, let's talk about a couple of news items. And I don't know, we don't have to harp on it because the stuff's been covered to death. But the Probstein Snype,
yeah, he's no good. Thing. Everybody knew that already.
I think that was the difference between the Probstein thing and the Beckett thing.
You thought he's gonna go off on his own, save the 13% or whatever he pays, 5%, 7%, whatever he pays. He was gonna save that and go legit.
Yeah. It as big of a spectacular crash and burn as you can possibly have. One thing that I was thinking about with this was that if let's say you and we decide we want to start the hit list auctions. Let's say we want to do that. So we're starting a card show. We're starting an auction. we want to do this. That.
I know. I want the best dealers. How dare I? But go ahead.
If we wanted to do that, if you go on these auction sites, a lot of them use the same platform. Like if you go on, I think REA changed theirs recently, but like Love of the Game, Collector Connection, like they use the way that the auction looks online is the same. Because there's a platform that you can use that is just like there's a company that makes this software that's like auction back-end software. And so it sounds like it's a good platform. Other companies use it, that kind of thing, whatever. This is my Brian Windhorse. Why would Rick Probstein want to make his own thing? Why would he want to do that when there are these readily, very easily replicable, you could customize it the way you want, platforms out there to run your auctions? Why would Rick Probstein want to build something himself?
You called the other guy Cornbread. I'm not getting involved in this one.
That's his nickname. Come on. It's so shady, the whole thing. And I understand. The whole idea was like there was
guy might as well carry an umbrella. He's always in the shade.
They wanted to have it be like you could see people's names when they're bidding on stuff, and there was like a chat feature and all. Whatever, dude. Like it just. The whole thing was
why don't you put their social security number next to
it? Right. And then so I don't know what's gonna happen. Like what's funny is that
you don't know what's gonna happen. He went back to eBay and he's gonna keep making money. What do you mean?
Well, so that was what I was gonna say. By the way, he's already back because there's why. There was I saw because stuff pops, you look at things and things pop up like, hey, here's this new thing. There was a PSA 1.5 Williams rookie that popped up. And it was nice. And I was like, oh, that's nice. When I click on it, Probstein. So he's already back at it. It's not. There's been no.
I know you back. Yeah, but okay. There's no. I mean, you still can get it. That card could still fall through the cracks. You can still get a good deal.
Not on Probstein though. Let's be real.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Is a lot of the stuff they talk about true? Sure. But still, I mean, I've bought shit from them before.
Okay.
And I sold
it depends on what it is, and
depends on what it is.
Yeah, but I think that it's like, again, these guys, we talked about this last time. They just recycle. They find a new thing, whatever is the next thing, and you know, doing stuff. The guys from PWCC end up in a new place, whatever. You always come back home again. And Rick,
it's like the head coaching tree, and it's like the head coaches in the NFL. They just keep using the same guys.
Exactly. So I don't know, but he is. If the stuff is true that's been reported about the data breach, the fact that all of the people's data was out there, and the fact that it certainly looks like there was a sort of shilling operation allegedly in place, then he might be in a lot of trouble. So I hope he has a good lawyer. I think he does have a good lawyer, because he hasn't said anything, and I think that he was probably told don't say anything.
Right.
So anyway, so that was Rick. So that brings my
and that's Jake on Rick Probstein.
No, this is my question. The question that I posed, I put this in the outline. Who can we trust in this hobby, Matt? Who can we trust?
We've covered this.
No, well, tell me again. Who can we trust?
Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
Can't trust anyone.
What were you thinking? What I was going to say there, like, can't trust anybody.
Yeah. So you have to trust yourself, your instincts, I guess.
Did you know that Tony Southern Collector had a card stolen for him that was on consignment?
I did. Yeah, I knew that. He's talking.
I didn't know that person was taking a lot of consignments.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of consignments.
Yeah.
Just my cards.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, you know, but you can consign.
But if you would like to consign through Matt from Providence, I can help you out. And I can't guarantee your card won't get stolen. Pretty good shot it won't get stolen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. There you go.
Better shot than other people, because other track record's not great.
So we have an auction. We're going to start a card shows, auction house, consignment service, one-stop shop. The hit list, everything. All
I mean, PSA's got it covered. I'm trying to be number 2. Right? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be listening to The Odd Couple before we do our show. It gives me ideas to talk about.
Well,
not that I'm copying that. I don't talk about those guys.
They only kind of do it once a month, but those guys.
Oh, is that what it is?
They do it. It comes out on Tuesdays. I think they do it once a month, or maybe they do it. Maybe they do it every other week. I don't know. Tony, Mike, say in the comments how often you do your show. It's a blast. Those guys. There was some great stuff they talked about. If you watch the show, don't make sure you don't miss that. Don't miss the Odd Couple.
If you like us, you're gonna like those guys a lot more.
Probably. All right. So you mentioned PSA. Let's talk about grading. Another great topic. What you don't want to talk about? All right. So I pulled up the gem rate numbers for the month of November, and there's multiple.
Wow, we're getting official over here. Let me tell you, we got charts and graphs, and this is exciting.
A lot of thoughts about multiple things on this. I mentioned to you that obviously the SGC number sticks out like a sore thumb.
It's all over, buddy.
35,000 cards graded. They got outgraded by Tag again. Earlier this year, back in like March, they were grading like 170, 160,000 cards a month. They're graded 35,000 cards a month. Now, there are some, if you look at this, so there's some caveats here. There was one fewer business day in November. So really, they were down 14% on a per day basis, not 30%. But still, that is just such a crazy drop. And I want to talk about, I want to give some thoughts.
I want to ask you a question too.
Okay, but one thing just on this. You notice that across the board, every one of these companies graded fewer cards in November compared to the month before. I think that's interesting. And I don't know what that speaks to, seasonality, something. I don't know. The grading companies just are overwhelmed.
Might be like new product releases.
New product. Okay, it's a good point. Could be that. I know that
the summer might be I don't know if it's heavy in releases for sports, right? I don't know. And then so that naturally these would be a little lower.
And I also thought I heard from Neo that there's not going to be a new Pokemon release until the end of January or something like that. I thought I heard you say that. So that could have something to do with it too, that there's fewer, because we know how much, because I didn't pull the non-sport numbers, but we know that obviously especially for PSA and CGC, the huge numbers of that are non-sport cards.
And a minute number is for SGC sports.
There's it was like 1,000 out of the 3,500 was non-sport.
So my question is, why are SGC, my question is, are SGC numbers, did they go so far down so fast just because PSA came out and said it's going to be a boutique?
This is a great question.
Because that's overnight. It just, so that has to be it, because they didn't raise prices and raise wait times, right? So prices were pretty firm or went down and wait times went down. So like all of a sudden, everybody just stopped sending them there, which tells you most cards are sent to increase the value and flip.
Yes, I agree.
And so once you realize, once the public is afraid that that value won't be there on the backside of a 9.5 or a 10 from SGC, they're out.
So SGC
now that is the collector's brand for grading, I guess, right?
Let me just correct one thing that you said. So the turnaround times from SGC, officially they have not changed in like a year or so, like less than a year. Officially, it's 15 to 20 days. And that has been consistent from when they were grading like 170,000 cards a month earlier this year to now 35,000. They have not changed that. The difference though is that I haven't sent a submission in recently, but I've heard anecdotally from people that they're taking longer than 15 to 20 business days, like pretty consistently.
Right now.
So they are not, I think they are not meeting that number. So I do think that part of the reason why they're grading fewer cards is because I do think they are taking longer to grade stuff that.
And there's two reasons you take longer, right? It's either you don't have the staff because you move them to PSA, or you want to slow down time so that less people send you cards so you can eventually close the brand.
That is certainly feels like where we're heading. Now,
Or do they want to settle on like, oh no, we want this many employees and we're comfortable grading 25,000 cards a month, and we're going to keep doing a bad job until we get to about 25,000 a month.
So that is what you have just described is the silver lining about SGC.
That's what you're hoping.
I'm hanging on to, which is that they have lowered the
standard
in terms of like, this is how much we're going to get out every month. This is how much we're going to do. We've moved employees to PSA. We've cut other overhead. Like grading cards, like the way that they did for years of the 5 to 10 business day turnaround, that had to cost more money than grading them doing 15 to 20 days.
Right.
And so they've cut down overhead. They've moved graders over to PSA. And the hope is that they find this happy medium where maybe they're actually making money, but I don't know how they can make money unless they raise prices. Like that's going to be the next thing, I think, and maybe they do that. So that's what I'm hanging on to, is that they have fully boutiqued the company.
I hope they charge me more money and take longer so they won't go away.
It's the only business where I feel like that can happen. But I will say this, like I said, I've heard anecdotally that this is going to be a problem. I've heard
wrap it up.
I've heard anecdotally from people that they've taken longer. I've heard that the customer service is not as good as it was. I haven't heard a lot of like.
Oh, as soon as they moved that kid Brett, that was the end of the customer service.
Yeah, I have not. So this is the other thing that will keep me continuing to send cards to them, is that I do feel like the grading is still pretty consistent. I think that they do. I get my cards back and I say, okay, those grades make sense. I'm happy with the grades. If that goes away, if they all of a sudden their grading turns to shit, then it's over. Then I know that I won't send my stuff to them. I wanted to talk about PSA for a second though. And we haven't, maybe in the next episode, we can talk more about like predictions for 2026 and stuff like that. I don't know how PSA can continue to sustain their business model the way that it is currently right now. I don't know
why.
Just the amount of cards that they're taking in, and the amount of time that it's taking. You know, you saw fewer cards graded this past month, and I don't know if that's about releases or whatever you said, or is it about people are like pissed about how long it takes to get your cards back from PSA. I don't know. So my thought is what I'm just saying.
They
what
hit
I
an all-time high, and then they went a little lower, and now you think like, oh no, it's over.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, I think that they should. I'm wondering if at some point we're going to see an official break in terms of like one company that does TCG and one company that does sports. Is PSA going to break itself up? Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. I just don't know how
they're just going to open up another part. They're going to open up another PSA office in a different part of the country. Like that's just how it'll do. It'll just be more regional. They're going to keep growing and it can be regional.
Okay.
Right.
So
California, New Jersey, Florida. Okay, they got one in Canada. I know they got
one in Canada. Yep.
They got one in Canada. So all right. So
Chicago's
next.
At a certain point, does the amount of time it takes to get a card back from PSA, does it impact their business? It feels like so far it hasn't. I don't know. They
set the standard in the hobby.
Yeah. What's been your grading? Have you sent anything into grade recently?
I dropped off at the National and I got it back, a month ago?
Yeah. I mean, that
was what I expected, though.
Yeah. You don't have anything right now that's being graded?
Nothing.
No. All right. Well, let's fine. I don't really know what's going to happen. I thought those numbers were interesting. It is.
So there's a crack in the PSA armor. There's nobody behind them to take over. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Who's going to pick up the?
Would you ever send cards to CGC?
Not until people want to buy vintage cards on CGC slabs.
Yeah.
They still buy them SGC, so I'll still sell them SGC. But and Beckett, people don't want to buy CGC vintage yet, and when they do, they crack them out.
Yeah. And it's interesting.
Beautiful slab too.
It is a very nice slab. My Tarkenton signed rookie is really nice in it. And they have the guy who's like their head grader, like Andy Broom. Like he's been in I don't know where he was. He might have been. I guess he was at PSA. I don't know.
Okay.
He's a long time vintage guy. Like he's well known, I think. Or maybe he was at Beckett. I don't know. I know the name and I know that he's like has a long history as a vintage grader. Gotcha. And but they just can't. They haven't made a foothold in it. And like you said, people don't want to buy the vintage guys. People don't want to buy stuff in CGC slabs. I agree.
No, we're not there yet. I hope we get there, but we're not there.
I had a great experience sending that Tarkenton signed rookie in with them. It basically,
what was turnaround time on that?
It was basically the same as what SGC is right now. It was like a month door to door to do, and they did auto on that. It was JSA too. Right? They did the auto too. So I haven't sent in at the sort of normal grading service level, so I don't know. And again, I wouldn't as long as SGC continues to be an option. Right. But anyway, all right, let's show some cards. So you had this idea of let's do like a holiday theme, and we're gonna do this time. And the next show, we're gonna show some green cards. We're gonna get into the holiday spirit here. And Matt cheated; he has more cards to show than me. So I was gonna say we should do like a showcase showdown kind of thing, and tell us in the comments who had the better cards. But you have one more card to show.
I'll take a card.
You already won.
I'll take a card out. How about I'll add the card at the end because you can't beat this card. How's that?
Fine.
Yours all vintage?
Yes.
All right, I'll take out one card that's non-vintage, and then I'll just show that at the end.
Okay.
How's that?
All right. So we're gonna each do one. Is that how we're gonna do it?
Yeah, you go first.
All right, I'm gonna go first. All right. So the first green card I have. This is the one sort of non-Hall of Famer. It is my T206 Arlie Latham. It's got a nice color. I bought this because he was from New Hampshire, like me.
I will show my non-Hall of Famer now.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yes. Mo Berg. Beautiful. Legend.
Yes.
Love that card.
Thank you. 33 Gowdy.
Yeah.
You know who I bought this from?
No, I do not.
Dan's Vintage PC.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. He likes it if you get the name right.
Talk about him.
All right. So this is my I think this is my only non.
By the way, it's 1-0 MFP. Go ahead.
Okay, fine.
Ooh.
Jack Johnson. Hassan, he's got two cards in the set, the one that's the straight on, and this is the side view.
So I'm gonna go with another Gowdy. That's a nice card, by the way.
Thank you.
That card. I have the blue. I have the blue one. The facing in front.
The straight on one. Yeah, it's a great card.
34 Dizzy Dean.
I almost grabbed my 33 Dizzy Dean, but it's not. It didn't quite have enough green on it. But that's that's because it's got like that's because it has like the it's like the sky in the background. But that's a beautiful card. That's a great one. All right, this one, Matt from Providence purchase.
Let's go. And Eddie. One guy collect. Love it.
I bought this from you at Best Flippin' Card Show. It was actually a trade. I traded you my Walter Payton rookie plus cash for this.
Nice.
And that was right after my surgery, the first one that I had in September. I was not supposed to leave the house. I begged Abby. I'm like begged Abby. I'm like, I need to go to a card show.
Nice. And you picked up a cool card too.
This was the one. So
E90. All right, I'll show this one. The one you want.
I want it
that
so
card
bad.
Is just beautiful. The back's a mess. But
yeah, back's a mess. But that's not what
we're going
for the green here.
That's it.
Great card. All right. And then this is from my 59 set.
Oh, I love that card.
Ernie.
I love that card.
59 MVP. Also was the 58 MVP too in the National League.
Wow.
So there you go.
Nice.
Mr. Cobb. Love that card. The
Let's play two.
Let's play two. All right.
My man Theo. Let's go.
That was why figured we'd do this.
There you go. I love it. What's mine? Oh, two.
And I got this from you too.
Oh, yes. Love that.
So
perfect. Awesome. And my last one?
All right, your last one this is the one that doesn't count. It's
no, I only showed 4.
Oh, you've only showed okay.
You jumped the gun in that Clemente.
Well, I wanted to show them both at the same time. Here. There you go. Anyway. Oh man.
E98 Nat Blageway.
That is awesome.
Absolutely beautiful. I only said we should show green today. I just wanted to show off this card.
How long have you had that, and where did you get it?
A couple years. The Wednesday Twitter thread, maybe.
Oh, yeah. You never know what you're going to find in that.
Never know what you're going to find in that thing.
Every now and then you get a.
So I'll show. I want to show a couple like.
All right, because
non-vintage.
Matt picked out like 15 to 20 cards, and I was like, I only got 5. Like you got to.
I didn't show these.
Okay.
I didn't show these. I have all these green cards. Okay. So, anyways.
Well, again, don't if you're gonna pick who had the better cards, do not consider these.
This card doesn't count.
Okay. That is awesome. That is
auto.
Wow.
Auto.
That's sick.
By the way, I'm from Pawtucket. I'm from Pawtucket.
Yes.
Matt from Providence from Pawtucket.
I'd put him in the Hall of Fame.
Tony and I talked about you a little bit, a little embarrassing. I had to show
That's
this.
awesome.
I had to show Pistol Pete. So 2.5. Thing's gorgeous. I think. Yeah. Gorgeous. That's it.
Well, is that yes, you're still showing more. Wait, hold on. I want to see that John Daly again. Show that one again.
You've seen it.
I
remember the story about this? Man. The kid walked up to me. Yes. I asked him how much. It didn't matter what he said. I was going to buy it, and he said $50. DeRocha.
Yeah.
Fisk rookie auto.
All right.
58 Braves.
Those are nice.
54 Bowman.
Yeah, you pull all these out. You
tops.
Want to show them. Don't again. Do not let this. Nice, do not let this. Do not let this influence.
How about the lefty Bowman? That's nice.
That is great.
My nap. It's the only part that's green. Sovereign.
That's what
show. Yeah. E91. E90. I'm not showing off. I love these cards. T205.
You know what?
I got a lot of green. T205.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that the Matty T205 has a bunch. There you go.
E90. E106. E102.
Well, Eddie, the master of
the man of many cards.
Yeah, true.
The man of many cards. That's it, folks.
All right. Well, I think
in 2 weeks we're going to show red cards.
Yes, we're going to show red cards, and those, as both guys that we collect Red Sox, we have got some options
for sure.
And I see a couple of them back there.
Right, but they will all be featured. The Cracker Jacks will be featured next week.
Well, I think it'll be a good one.
I'll tell you what. Today was a real Joe. I need a Joe Wood card day because I watched Tony talk about his autoed Cracker Jack. Your Cracker Jack. Oh, I want that Joe Wood card so bad.
Doesn't have a lot of Red Sox cards.
So bad.
It's Doug Joe Wood collector. He knows like he's got. If I feel like he almost has more Indians cards than he has Red Sox.
Yeah. Does he have a 207?
No. But he is in the he could like
E91?
Oh wait, no. T207. Yes, he does. Yes.
Yeah, he's in that. He's in
I thought I was
T91?
thinking. Yes.
Yeah, because I think he might have the same pose as Speaker.
Yeah. It's I don't.
I know, but it's still a good look. They're still pretty. They're still pretty cards.
Of course.
That's all. I know it's not the player, but it's a good looking card.
No, I agree.
That's all.
I was in my mind. I was thinking T205. He's not in the T205 set, but he does have the Hassan triple folders. That's like the same image. So but I don't think he's.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, but I don't think
Speaker.
But I don't think he's in the T205 set though.
No, he's not in T205.
But like the triple folders, it's the same images.
It would have been the same image, yeah, but he's not.
It's weird that he's not in it.
Yep. I want that Cracker Jack so bad. Not yours. Like I just want a copy. I want a copy of the Cracker Jack.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pop is like under 200, so maybe.
How about the auto? Is like 6 of them.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe Tony. I can't believe he has that.
What a card! What a card!
All right, so what do you got coming up this weekend? Sunday,
Dedham. I'll be there. Yeah.
I might be there. I might show up. And,
I got the CardVault show the following week.
Okay.
There's a rumor. Brady's gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
Here's the problem. I started the rumor. I know it's not true, but spread the word.
You should show up, and just
if he's not there, the good news is I'll be there.
December 13th. That is Causeway Card Show.
Day after the 12th.
Big night live.
Do the math.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna be there. But I heard he is.
All right. We're at almost an hour. Thanks everybody for watching the hit list. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back in 2 weeks. The Red Card Showdown. Again, comment below and say who won the show.
Don't embarrass poor Jake. Just let's try for the red for you. How's that?
Like, comment, and subscribe. We're done.